This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
It's because everyone's talking about this.
Always live, always real, always unpredictable.
I think that's taking it to another level.
Yeah. Log on and join our live conversation.
He said this as we were coming on TV.
DBL starts right now.
Troll Mike.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Friday, September 13th. Erica, you want to try a scary Friday?
It's Friday.
Oh.
That was pretty scary. That was pretty good.
It was like the whole motion that came with it.
And it was from the diaphragm. It wasn't just in the throat.
From the diaphragm.
I like it.
From Sister Act. Okay, go ahead.
That's what I was going for. That's Erica. That's Stephanie. I'm Jeff. Brandon has a night off. Let's jump right in, guys. Judgment day for Felicity Huffman in the college admissions scandal. She's headed to the slammer. That's right. The Oscar-nominated actress will serve 14 days in prison and pay a $30,000 fine. The judge also sentenced her to 1 year of supervised release, and she'll have to complete 250 hours of community service. Several legal insiders say this was the perfect sentence. She quickly walked out of the courtroom this afternoon without talking to the media. Authorities say she must report for prison in 60 days. So did Felicity get a fair punishment? That's what we're asking.
Well, here's the thing. So she did appear in front of the judge. She had a statement prepared. The judge decided to go back and deliberate more. So I really feel like maybe the judge was going to give her more, maybe a month. That's been my guess all along.
Right.
But decided to go with the 2 weeks. That being said, she is going to a prison, which means that she likely won't get out early and will serve her entire 2-week sentence. But that also means that she's not going to be in some type of like Camp Cupcake situation. So it's going to be interesting what the decision is, because obviously no one wants to spend 2 weeks in solitary confinement.
Right, to be by yourself.
But what kind of protections can you have in an actual prison?
So I was slightly surprised because I saw that the prosecution was saying that she should have a month in prison and she should have had 12 months of supervised release, and on top of that a $20,000 fine. So the fine's higher. She was trying to really fight the year of supervised release, and she just wanted to do the community service, which she did say she was willing to do 250 hours. So now the fine's bigger. The supervised release is exactly what they originally said. Also, yeah, she's still going to go to jail, which is obviously what she didn't want.
Prison, girl.
Prison. But I think this is the best outcome for her, because I think that, you know, people want to see some kind of redemption. They want to see her suffer for what she's done, because people have gone to prison for considerably less. And I think this is a really good pathway for Lori Loughlin, because I want to see more punishment for her, because I think what she did was considerably worse than Felicity. And I like Felicity's attitude.
Listen, Felicity took a plea. I don't want to go out on this road because we'll see how this plays out. Felicity took a plea, meaning I feel like the judge was forced, like her hand was forced in this, because she had to put her behind bars to satisfy the public, to show that she's serving punishment. Lori's taking the other road, fighting it with all of her money and big-time lawyers, and I said it since day one, she's not serving any time.
If she doesn't, that will be a crime in itself, because she's doctored images, she's lied in ways that Felicity never did. Felicity has owned up to what she's done, and I mean, she bought her daughter a bit extra time in exam versus staging full-on photo shoots that never even existed. I mean, come on.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, we're going to share your comments later in the show about this very subject, so please write in DBL Nation. All right, guys, just 24 hours ago, we told you about a new controversial SNL cast member. If you guys remember from yesterday, comedian Shane Gillis made headlines for racially insensitive comments about the Chinese community. He sort of said sorry. He tweeted, "I'm happy to apologize to anyone who's actually offended by anything I've said. My intention is to never hurt anyone, but I am trying to be the best comedian I can be, and sometimes that requires risks. It's ironic because one of the new co-stars is Bowen Yang, the first Chinese-American cast member on SNL ever. So what do you think of Shane's apology? He did apologize, but what did you think about it?
That's not an apology. Not that I needed an apology personally. I think that it's really unfortunate that Bowen Yang isn't getting the limelight, but of course we like the scandal more than we like celebration.
Right.
So here we are talking about it. An apology is someone who shows contrition. They understand that what they did was offensive and wrong and maybe hurt someone, and you give to that person a contemplation of an acceptance of an apology. That was not an apology because that's saying, if you were actually offended because I don't believe what I did was offensive. And there's a couple ways that you can play that. For me, if I'm not going to wholeheartedly give an apology because that's what's coming out of my heart, those words are not going to come out of my mouth because I think that that's very hollow and I think it shows a lack of integrity. This is someone who made a decision to speak that way and is going to have consequences for that, one way or the other. Do I think his entire life should be over? No, I don't think anyone's entire life should be over. But what he did probably hurt him more than it helped him.
I wonder how they're going to play it out on Saturday Night Live if Lorne Michaels is still going to have him on as a cast member. And then almost, I mean, if he is, they're going to make light of this situation on the show in some form. I would assume.
They'd have to if they're going to keep him on. I mean, the thing is, we work on a live television show, and at times I'm sure we say things that either come out in the wrong way, or, you know, sometimes you don't always think of the right way in which to phrase things, or that do offend people and you don't mean it in the way it comes out. But I think when you're being racially insensitive, I don't know.
Yeah, if you listen to the podcast, it's kind of like that's his rhetoric in everyday life. It's not like he slipped and said anything wrong because he didn't cover up right away. But then again, we were talking with our very own comedian Al Jackson. He said some people tune in to hear that kind of rhetoric, to hear that kind of talk. Unfortunately, that's the way it is.
Well, everyone has an audience, but I do think that racial insensitivity and being racist are two different things.
Yeah.
Like, racial insensitivity is like, you touched my hair and didn't know that that was a sensitive thing.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Racially or racist would be you made a derogatory comment in knowing that it's a derogatory comment on purpose. And that's what he did. He wasn't being racially insensitive. He was being racist.
Yeah, I just think it's difficult. I don't know. I
wonder if Lorne Michaels even knew about this before the hire, so we'll see how this plays out. All right, guys, former Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly is weighing in about Oscar winner Charlize Theron playing her in the upcoming movie Bombshell. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Hot in here.
That really does look like Megyn Kelly. And Megyn told the Daily Mail she's a fan of Charlize. She thinks she's smart and a good mom. And Megyn also said she could do worse. So who would you guys want to play in a movie starring your life?
Well, I first of all cannot wait for that movie.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be really good. But can I just say, she could do worse? Like, that's such
Charlize
a Megyn Kelly answer.
Like,
it's Charlize Theron.
You're
Hello.
right.
Like, I would have been like, hail to, I mean, Charlize Theron
She was being sarcastic, right?
That Megyn Kelly is, except she's more liked.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I think she's being sarcastic because who else would you want?
I hope so. Okay, well, I know who I would like. We just saw a little glimpse of her there. The one and only Margot Robbie.
Yes.
Dream star. I love her. I think she's gorgeous. She's an Aussie, so, you know, she's got a cool accent. And I just love the sass that she brings. She's cool. I like her.
She's a good one. How about you, Erica?
I'm going to go with my girl, Gabrielle Union.
I could have guessed that one. I could have guessed that. That's a perfect choice. You guys could be sisters anyway.
Y'all really matched up those pictures.
I know, those are
what
good.
What is that gonna look like?
You guys are definitely good. Me?
Good.
Why not shoot for the stars? Leonardo DiCaprio, you know what I mean? We're like twins.
Yeah. You're the thinner version.
Yeah, you do look like that.
And probably the more talented one, let's be honest.
Yeah, of course, of course.
How come nobody laughed? Where's everybody? Nobody liked that one. All right.
It's Friday.
All right, we had some good ones. All right, it's the end of the week, and you know what that means? It's new music right on cue. Erica, fill it in.
Friday.
Yeah. 3 powerhouse women just released a song for the upcoming Charlie's Angels reboot. Let's listen to Don't Call Me Angel by Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus, and Lana Del Rey. Oh, I thought you guys were gonna. I was like an too.
Yeah, I mean, there are 3. You're definitely right. 3 powerhouse women.
For sure.
But apparently the power went out. That was some early 2000s, like very like. Basic
you think it was too
pop.
much? It was too much.
It was cliche. It actually looked like an SNL parody. You know, when they do the...
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, and they make
the
fun of it. Like if you're making fun of a boy band almost.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's Angel, don't call me Angel, so we're going to wear all black, and then kind of channel like these angels, but like also Victoria's Secret Angel.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
A lot of cliches.
I kind of got that vibe too. What do you think, Steph?
Okay, so I'm yet to listen to the whole song, but what I don't like is I feel like Lana Del Rey has got such a separate persona to Ariana and Miley that's a combination that I feel like should never have been mixed. It's like when you mix like Baileys with something and it curdles. It's like fabulous ingredients, but it's just never meant to be, is it? You can't be putting Lana Del Rey in Wings and expected to like jive around and twerk with a half-naked, wet-looking Miley Cyrus. It's never gonna work, is it?
Some people like that.
Lana, be separate, darling. You've just released your 6th album. You've got this. You just keep it separate. I love you for your mournful, very tragic, depressing self.
I'm sure the song's going to be a hit despite what we say. All right, guys. And sadly, tonight we are remembering the life and music of rocker Eddie Money. This singer-songwriter passed away today from stage 4 throat cancer. He was 70 years old. He had a lot of hits in the 70s, 80s. See if you recognize a few of these. And if you watch any movie from the 80s or been to any dive bar, you know exactly who Eddie Money is. You probably didn't know, but then the songs rang a bell. Our condolences to Eddie Money's family, but what a legend he was and what a legacy he leaves behind. Definitely a talent. Okay. DBL is live, and coming up, we're sharing your DBL take about actress Felicity Huffman being sentenced to the big house. And are Crocs making a comeback? Please tell me they are not. Did they even make a come in? Ariana Grande thinks so. Stephanie Jones has your Fashion Fix Friday next.
Hey everyone, welcome to Coming to America, the snackable edition with me, Steph Jones. Today I am trying the very famous Wendy's Baconator. Baconator? Baconator. Not sure if I'm pronouncing any of those things right, but I'm sure you guys recognize this bad boy. It is 6 strips of bacon and a 1/4 pounder of half a pound cheese, ketchup, I believe mayo, in a bun from Wendy's family restaurant. I do actually really like Wendy's. I've had a few Wendy's burgers and they're high up there on my list. So I've got high expectations for this 950 calorie burger. We're talking major consumption here. So let's get stuck right in. Okay, I didn't really get any bacon in that bite. It was just pure beef. So that tastes like the regular one. So, wait, I should go for this corner. Maybe this corner. No, this one. Okay. I mean, it's delicious. It's juicy. The patties are good. I love cheese. Who doesn't love cheese? I love mayonnaise. I love ketchup. This is great. You know, I will take 950 calories for this. It tastes wonderful. I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of bacon on my burger in general, but in this situation, it works wonderfully well. Delicious, nutritious, and highly calorific. I give this a 9 out of 10, people. See you next time for more food. Welcome back to DBL. I'm Steph Jones, your resident fashionista, and it's time for Fashion Fix Friday. Just 2 days after her epic star-studded fashion show, Rihanna managed to convince more famous friends to dress up. This time for her Diamond Ball charity event. Lots of dressing to impress, but no surprise, it was Riri who stole the show. She wore a tilt-neck gown, she elevated the look with large pearl earrings, bright red lips, and a stylish updo. And it's that amazing hemline that I cannot stop looking at. And it's quite the change from last year's look, but this is just proof, black or white, Riri can pull it off. It's all thanks to that confident swagger that we just love her for. Now, it's time for this week's Chic or Week, which makes me feel sick in the mouth. It looks like Crocs are making a comeback. I don't know what is going on, but Ariana Grande snapped a selfie whilst wearing Crocs with socks. The internet, of course, has gone wild, so I mean, don't be surprised if your 12-year-old niece asks for some pocket money to buy some Crocs and socks, or they're on her Christmas wish list. I mean, I can't even believe I'm saying these words. And even Kanye West is getting crocky with it. His Yeezy shoe wear line just released foam runners that resemble these monstrosities closely. And yes, Kanye, those are Crocs. They're just fancy white ones, probably very overpriced. And I can't believe that such blasphemy is even leaving my mouth. Here's what's up. I don't care if you're Ariana, Kanye, or the Queen. Those shoes should be seen in 3 places: trash cans, dumpsters, and rubbish bins. Makes me sick. It's my what the fashion moment of the week. Carolina Panthers quarterback Cam Newton is known for her flashy headgear, but check out what he wore to a press conference this week. Seriously, Cam, what is this? You look like Susan Sarandon from Thelma and Louise. I cannot wrap my head around this look. Do you get it? Wrap. At least my joke is not as bad as this outfit. Next time, leave the headscarf to the babushkas, babe. It's not working for you. That's been another edition of Fashion Fix Friday. But you lot better not be going anywhere, because coming up on Daily Blast Live, Felicity Hussman is getting chucked in the clink. So Deviation, what do you guys think? Is the key getting thrown away? Your comments are coming up next.
Are you one of the millions of women in
Steph went in hard there on Felicity.
Yeah. Well, no, I said, is Felicity getting chucked in the clink?
I know.
Is the key getting thrown away? I like Felicity. I'm proud of how she's handled this situation. Can't say the same for Laurie, but that's a whole other
What's some
issue.
English slang you could call like the clink or the slammer? What do you call jail?
Well, we would say the clink.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it is? So that's where it comes from?
I would say the clink,
Well,
yeah.
I'm sure everything.
What else do you
That's where
call
everything
jail?
comes from. It's
What else
English.
do you call
The
another
Queen's
slang?
English. I'm sorry, I just woke up.
The slammer?
Yeah, the
These are all, I thought
slammer.
American words.
See,
Arash
I say the
says the
Queen
crossbar
because in Boston,
The
which makes so
crossbar
much sense that it would be the
She
Queen's
didn't like
English.
that one, Arash.
That's
So
good. That's good.
in
faking
Boston,
that she
there
likes
is a hotel.
no.
I think it's the Liberty Hotel, and they had this. It used to be a jail. And they did the whole thing over, and there's like a really popular bar called the Clink.
Oh.
But you walk in and you can like look in the, like they have like cells, like it's
a really cool place if you get a chance to.
I can't think of what other words we'd use.
The Slammer.
The
That sounds like
Slammer.
a James Cagney movie or something.
The Slammer,
Slammer, eh?
Clink.
See?
The Slamabama.
Welcome back to DBL. It's the news everyone is talking about tonight. Felicity Huffman is heading back to the Clink, the Slammer, the Crossbar Motel. She'll serve 14 days in prison, pay a $30,000 fine, spend a year under supervised probation, and complete 250 hours of community service. We want your DBL take. Is that punishment fair? Let's get right to your comments,
Let's have a little look at what you guys are saying. Cheryl says, really? Only 14 days? Now let's see if Laurie actually gets jail time. I told you money talks, and something is very fishy here. I bet someone got a payoff. Well, I'll tell you what, if Laurie doesn't end up going to prison, it'll be as fishy as the tuna salad that Al Jackson, our co-host, leaves in the fridge for 2 weeks solid.
Wow, he's not even here to defend himself.
Okay. Jennifer says, I'm not surprised she's a celebrity. Jennifer, as we know, unfortunately, there are different rules for different people. I think when it really comes down to it, I'm interested in seeing what happens with the people who obviously have a lot of fortune but don't have the fame, because this is going to set some type of precedence for that. And I think that what happened with Lori Loughlin, it's going to be a lot harder for her to receive no jail time, although I know Jeff disagrees.
We'll see. Linda says, I think it's fair. She did come clean very early on. She didn't try to defend her actions by pretending not to know better. And Linda, I think she kind of got what she was asking for. She wanted a month in prison. I think her lawyers asked for it. She got half that time. I think it's kind of balanced on both sides. In 250 hours to me is a lot of hours to spend in jail. I'd rather just serve the whole month and get it all over with.
Was 250
community service hours.
Community service hours.
Yeah, that's a lot of hours for her to serve.
Yeah, but you can do. There's so much diversity in how you can serve community service.
I guess.
I mean, I've never had to do it, but
I'd rather be the jailhouse chef. You know, get it done with.
Cindy's written in and she says, what a joke. 14 days is nothing and neither is the fine. More proof laws are different for the rich than they are for everyday citizens. I've got to say, I do agree with you, Cindy. I don't think a $30,000 fine is really going to stretch her bank balance all that much. I do think 12 months of basically probation is, however, that's going to really rock her world. And I'm glad that the 14 days she's got, it will be served. And we've seen other stars like Paris Hilton and Lindsay Lohan going into LA jails that are overcrowded and they get sent back out after like a day. So she's going to have to serve these 14 days, which I'm glad about.
Everyone keeps talking about the probation, though. I mean, she's not a drug dealer.
Well,
she's going to be an actress.
Yeah, but the probation is significant depending on the terms. Like, probation could include no alcohol. It could include like a proximity order for where you're allowed to travel, if you're allowed to travel. Can she keep her passport? Will she be able to work in other states? Like, if you're on probation, there's like deals. Like, you have to visit your probation officer. I have never had a probation officer.
I was like, damn, Erica, you know a lot about that.
I'm just very worldly, people. Very worldly.
All right. Well said. We'll be right back, guys.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Hey, welcome back to Beauty Blast, guys. I'm Jeray for the Slay, and while we're here, let's go ahead and pull up those search bars, type in J-A-R-A-Y for the Slay, all one word, my friends, on all your social media platforms so we can be friends. Back to business. Welcome back to Beauty Blast, guys. Today, we're talking about some red light beauty tips and some of my favorite ways to save some time while you're getting ready. Today, though, I want to talk about traveling with your beauty tips. Now, when you're traveling with your beauty products, it's important not to overpack. Now, I know anything could happen while you're on vacation, whether you're at the beach, in the mountains, whatever you may. You want to make sure that you have everything that you need, but you don't need to overpack. So that's why I went ahead and made a little list for us so that we all know the expectation and that we're not just carrying a toolkit around with us, okay? Now, number one, you want to bring the eye essentials. So some of my eye essentials are going to be a mascara. Full size or travel size is okay. If you need a travel size, check your local Sephora or even ask at a counter if there might be a sample size that you can try out before your actual vacation, okay? So you can do a travel size mascara. You can do a little bit of an eyeliner. I prefer to do a pencil liner when I'm traveling just because it's going to help to make sure that you have more flexibility with your looks. Now, another thing that I would recommend for eyes is one eyeshadow stick. Choose one and just make it neutral. So this way you can kind of be more flexible with your looks, whether it be more of a bronze, a blush color, or cream. You can kind of have a little bit more diversity with your looks by using a blush or bronzer, which we'll get to next. Now, another thing that you can do is get an all-in-one blush, bronzer, and highlight palette. These guys are great to make sure that you're all ready to go for any look. And last but not least, don't forget a tinted moisturizer. It has your SPF and your hydration. So guys, let me know if these beauty tips worked for your travel, and go ahead and write me in at @JureForTheSlay on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I'm sure we'll connect soon. We'll see you guys next time.
Welcome to DBL. We are live, and we're talking about what you're talking about. Breaking right now, there are new developments in the alleged attack on actor Jussie Smollett.
It's not about demonizing police. It's about outreach in the communities.
Well, if we do nothing, expect everyone to go insane.
This is that social injustice that Colin Kaepernick took a knee for.
So that's how you get out a quick standout.
Oh, good. I'll take that with me never. You know what this panel needs is more cowl neck.
I've hurt myself. You can be rich and still humble like Jay-Z and Beyonce. I'm done. It was their child in school. Like, my heart broke.
The only thing that really gave me joy is when I see my kids and I can hug them.
I felt like I was one of the only ones.
And they said, "You're making this up to your mom?"
Oh, I love that.
You think this hair just naturally stays like this?
Welcome to DBL. We are live, and we're talking.
That's right.
Yes.
Monday there's going to be a 4-person panel. We're adding Stephanie Jones, Brandon London will be here, myself and Erica Cobb.
You've seen me on and off for a year now, so it's time I've earned my seat.
You earned your seat.
I've earned this seat, let me tell you.
How do you feel about it? Are you happy to
I'm
be on
happy.
here?
So we were discussing this earlier with the producers, but I have lots of affectionate animal terms for everyone. I'm the rabbit. We'll explain it next week, but the rabbit's been let out the cage, people.
Yeah, we only have
Beware.
20 seconds. Or I guess you nailed it. I guess I was wrong.
I say we wrap this up right now.
It's Friday. It's time to get out of here, guys. Monday we're going to be back. Very scary. We'll be back with a new look on Monday. You guys have a great weekend. Go Bears as always. We'll see you guys then.